Life is a game where either you lose or you learn. This is a quote said by Robert Kiyosaki, an American businessman and author of the renowned book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which advocates financial literacy. However, many others might disagree that life is a game. After all, depending on the type of game, it could be more detrimental than beneficial. I, for one, believe that life is meant to be won. And those who are not aware of this, or those who are indifferent to this idea, are also those who are feeling stuck, tired, or bored. By the end of this video, you will learn not only the purpose of the game, but also about its rules and how you can win the game of life. Welcome to Thrivetastic. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? And as always guys, give this video a thumbs up for that YouTube algorithm. Let's get one thing off the ground right away. Life is a strategy game. In the first place, you didn't even get to choose whether to play it or not. You have no control over your character or the location where you land on the map. The good news is that you can customize your character as you progress. The purpose of the game is to use the resources at your disposal to create a life that you can be proud of. This responsibility is solely yours. Life is a solo game with cooperative quests. You're born alone and you'll die alone. There are some objectives in the game that will require several people, but it is ultimately up to you how you choose to play the game. Simply managing your resources is the secret to winning. Your most valuable resource is time, because it is a single resource that cannot be replenished. You must safeguard it and harness it for long-term fulfillment. As the game progresses, the importance of money will become more apparent, as do relationships, health, and your ability to embrace sacrifice. The only way to assess your performance in the game of life is to participate in it. The only true IQ test is whether or not you get what you desire in life. Everything else is nonsense. Consider your own life and what it was like to grow up. Your youth is your tutorial stage. You don't have much say in the plot. All you have to do is survive and comprehend the basics. You're like a sponge, absorbing the culture you're in and the behaviors of others around you, and that's how your software version 1 is installed. The issue is that the game is rigged against you. Here's why. Every child is raised to be prepared for a world that is one generation behind. The problem with the tutorial is that you get a rough picture of how life will be, but nothing definite. You learn through observing and participating in the games along with your peers. Small decisions shape your fate as you discover who you are. You may not have considered it this way, but the seat you choose in class determines your life. Because we become like the people we play with. Your mother warned you not to play with a kid who ate dirt. For the rest of your life, you will be the average of the 5 individuals you spend most of your time with. When you graduate from high school, your life transitions from a linear to an open world game. You're free to roam around and explore the world for the rest of your life. However, not every location offers the same prospects for advancement. Because you're low level and life is a strategy game of resource management, you'll need to acquire more of them. Farming for resources is not the same everywhere. You'll find it easier to make progress if you change locations. The game is designed so that you can win regardless of where you are on the map, but some locations are more difficult to play than others. Fortunately for you, the version you're playing now contains the most ridiculous amount of opportunities, walkthroughs, and tutorials ever. That's what's amazing with the digital world. All clues for the quest of life are just one click away. Here's the thing. Everyone else is playing the same game as you, but with somewhat different quests. When you realize that others have won the game you're about to play and that you can learn from them, your entire game changes. In the beginning, the game is just about gaining experience. You simply farm XP until you can level up. More narratives become available as you progress, and you become a more powerful player. There are numerous minigames to play along the route, such as sports, entertainment, dating, traveling, or sex. But don't confuse the side quests with the main storyline. The difference between video games and real life is that the objectives are just more explicit in video games. But the quests in games are built on incremental progress. You first talk to this person, then travel there, fight the monster, and return with the item for the reward. Life is designed in the same way. The only difference is that it will not tell you what to do next. That's something you'll have to figure out for yourself. The truth is that everyone knows exactly what they should do to win the game of life. But unlike video games, where you can speedrun through them or change the difficulty, life has a fairly simple rhythm. It's similar to a Super Mario game in which time only moves forward and not backward. The game's major rules are divided into two categories: physics laws and social laws. Ironically, the more we think about it, the more we understand that life is the only game in which your skin actually matters. That has anything to do with the societal rules we discussed previously. The more difficult the obstacles you must overcome, the higher your level. Everything that is challenging in your life right now is a test to see if you're ready to advance. If you're unable to tackle a problem, it simply implies that you lack the necessary experience or resources. So you either go back to farming for resources or look for tutorials or walkthroughs online. When a problem or issue arises, you have the option of responding with A, a solution, or B, a distraction. Whatever you choose will become a keyboard shortcut in the future, so choose wisely, because distractions will not lead you to the mountain summit. If life is a game, self-confidence is a cheat code. Those who believe they can achieve their goals are more likely to succeed. Other players' reactions will be influenced by how you play the game. The more you do, the more rewards you will receive. Do not fantasize and do not complain, because neither will help you advance in the game. Focus on skills if you want to make serious progress. Choose your skills wisely. Since some are more useful than others, here is the list of skills that can be useful for a lifetime. Number 1. Learning how to learn. Number 2. Adaptability, ability to improvise, and ability to overcome hurdles. Number 3. Meditations. Number 4. The ability to convey your thoughts and feelings. Number 5. The ability to sell and negotiate. Number 6. Knowing how to shut up, listen, and learn from the person you're talking to. Number 7. Ability to self-motivate. Number 8. Discipline. Number 9. Time management. Number 10. Ability to read, comprehend, and memorize. Number 11. Ability to break a process down into smaller steps. Number 12. Self-analysis. Number 13. Emotional intelligence and empathy. Number 14. Self-respect and having a backbone. And number 15. The capability to develop valuable ideas. Skills do not add up. Rather, they multiply. Skills accumulate on top of each other. Skill combos are extremely powerful. Money becomes one of the most valuable resources as you progress in the game of life. Figure out money, and all of your financial problems will be solved. It's really difficult to become wealthy while working for someone else. So establish your own business and watch your life unfold. You will need to trade to earn money in the early stages, and time is the most abundant resource that can be traded. When you start earning, be cautious about how you spend them. The strategy to solve money problems is to clear high-paying quests for people who have the funds. For instance, offering your skills to those who are willing to pay more. Your initial efforts should be centered on capital gains. If you want to earn money quickly, you should be willing to make as many sacrifices as you can and live below your means to obtain those gold coins. To do that, willpower will play an important role, but keep in mind that it is inconsistent and diminishes over some time. So make the most of it while it is still in play to increase your productivity. When you master your skills and you start earning a lot, don't recklessly spend it. Instead, invest it. Most people work then spend their earnings. However, those who win the game of money do things differently. They work, then invest, and when those investments earn, those investment gains then pay for the things that they want while the capital remains untouched. At this point, your investments are generating more money than you can require to continue playing the game, so you are free to do whatever you want. Children alter the game's dynamic. Time and energy are depleted, and random events are introduced into the mix. Personal development is slower at this stage, so ideally you'd like to address as many of the day-to-day issues as possible before having children. Continue to be upbeat and solution-focused. Pessimism is the simplest game to master. Simply point at everything in your environment and classify it as negative and unchangeable. And ta-da! You have wasted so much time. Do not ignore the passage of time. Too many individuals believe they will like the game when they are older, but certain quests are only available now and will never be available again. Time also moves at different speeds. The 10 years between the ages of 25 and 35 are significantly shorter than the 4 years between the ages of 14 and 18. Everything comes down to how you spend your time. So instead of having negative and speculative thoughts, go on, play and enjoy. Games are supposed to be fun, but also challenging. So welcome any challenges that come your way. Even if life appears to be arranged as a competency hierarchy, you can enjoy playing a game even if you're not at the top of the leaderboard. Everyone is vying for the same prize, happiness and fulfillment. As your childhood memories serve as proof, a game is much more pleasurable when played with fun people. Therefore, select to play with individuals that make you grin. You will come across NPCs throughout your life. Be nice to them, because they are there to make your journey more enjoyable. The way you handle those who can't help you will define how difficult the path ahead will be. It makes little difference what other players do if you optimize your games for a life well lived. You see guys, all players die after approximately 29,000 days, or around 80 years. We encourage you to keep track of how many days you've already spent by multiplying your age in years by 365. You get how many days you've lived. Most likely, there's no respawn when it all ends, so you only get one chance to play this game we call life, so make the most out of it. So be proud of your highlight reels and the individuals you share the game with. Be a team player, make memories, and above all, recognize that life is a continually challenging game. You only win when you decide you won the game. Otherwise, you'll spend all of your time trying to reach a finish line you'll never find. And this is where we come to two schools of thought. Those who believe that life is a game with a set of rules that you get to play any way you want. The other one is those who believe that life is a movie with a predetermined script and that you have no control over the finale. We'd like to know where you stand because this distinction affects how you live your life. Therefore, we're asking, do you think of life as a game or a movie? Let us know your answers in the comment section down below. Hopefully, the entire community can benefit from your opinion. In life, you can have anything you want, but not everything. You must be specific and be willing to make a choice. Why? Because you're continuously working with limited resources, there will always be an opportunity cost. The good news is that you can be more than one thing at a time, or at different points in time. I tell you what, you can get anything you want in life if you're ready to find out the cost and put in the work at the expense of everything else. The main reason most individuals never achieve what they want in life is that they are unwilling to become the person deserving of it. When you change yourself, your reality changes as well. In the game of life, the prizes are rather straightforward. Accomplish this, receive that. So it's simply a matter of doing it. We urge you to think thoroughly about what you want out of life and shift your perspective on progress. Start thinking about life as a game. You get to play this game and it will be so much fun you won't believe it. Treat it as such and you'll have a great time. Too many folks never level up and are forced to replay the same level over and over. For them, the game is boring. If you know there are hundreds of levels in a game, why would you stop at level 10, thinking that it's more than enough? Accept the challenge and see where the story takes you. If you're ready for it, write "Game On" in the comment section down below. Let's see how many of you are ready to play the game we call life. Thank you for watching this Thrivetastic video. So if you found it valuable, consider subscribing to our channel and joining our awesome community. And if you're still hungry for more, we handpicked this awesome Thrivetastic video for you to watch next.